Hello, I'm Ainsley from A Mama with Trauma. Today on this episode or whatever, I've been thinking about a lot of things, but one of the things mostly I noticed is like holiness and almost like the divine and divinity and children. This page is not for me. I'm sorry. In this page, I'm not seeking vengeance or harm or anything like that towards the people who abused me or caused me any harm. This is simply a page for me to just come on and share my thoughts and experiences in life. I suffer from so many things because of my life and the things I've experienced, but I am just starting this page so I can send things out to hopefully find others who might think things like this or wonder or have curiosities about how to go through life and deal with trauma and motherhood and life and identities and all that kind of stuff. If you like my page, maybe please subscribe. But yes. So, yeah. I've just been reflecting on the thoughts and memories that I've had of my own childhood and remembering, of course, like how I was treated as a child and that kind of stuff. And whatever, it's difficult, it's heartbreaking, it's sad, it's all those things. I wouldn't wish it on anybody or that kind of things. But I think I've recognized the more I get closer to finding out and learning more about who I am as a person and my character and my personality and connecting with my body, and I don't know, just becoming more whole, I start remembering this feeling I used to have as a child, and it was a sense of like I don't even know if light is the word, but I don't know. It's just a sense of delight and joy and making making the absolute best out of some really awful situations. And maybe that's what innocence is. I don't know because I don't ever really remember being innocent. But I look now at my child, and so I've been with her and participated in her life that is not mine. It's totally different than the life I lived. And seeing who she's becoming and the changes that are being made, like, and then reflecting back and when I was the age that she was, and seeing a similarity, I just am blown away of when I look at my child, and I really do feel like I'm looking at like the most holy thing in the universe. Like I'm looking directly at the most divine thing ever. And I've started looking at children differently, as in a way of like your existence on this planet is so purposeful. Like I remember there being such a heavy thing on how like your mom and dad created you and all that kind of stuff. But I think now when I look at my child, I think about what I really did for her to be here. And the honest honest thing that I can come up with, I didn't do anything. Okay, yeah, I had sex. Like, okay, great. But like that's just a normal bodily function. That's not anything out of the normal. Like that's not some cosmic whatever. I didn't make my body drop the egg at this precise time. I didn't do anything. Like none of that timing was my timing. The timing of this was so divine and so out, like beyond my ability. And I sit here and I'm like, my child's existence was because the if you, whatever you believe in, Allah, Yahweh, God, the universe, Buddha, whatever. I'm that source, that power source is what I'm talking about. That existence, power that is beyond me, that is so beyond me, but that I have seen it exists very much so. That making things work together for this being that I now have to care for. And I look at my daughter and I'm like, you are like, this is what God's face looks like. This is God's delight and love. And even just basking in the love of this child and how powerful it is, and how the existence of this child and all that she says and does is just a guidepost for me to like pay attention and listen and like to learn. And I was just like, I wish a parent would have done that for me. I hope parents can learn to do this for their children. First, obviously, you have to learn to do it for yourself. And I guess in that way, I want to send this out to every adult who's watching this and say, like, you were always divine. It's your trauma that got you so far away from that divine to make you forget who you really are. And you deserve to go back to find your soul and your spirit and connect to that. So if you have children, you can change the course and trajectory of both of your lives to heal. And I think that that's what parenting is, and that's my belief in parenting, is being able to find the holiness of the child, and in that holiness recognize my holiness, and recognize like the power that children have is something that we need to be paying attention to and looking at and listening to and be worried about, instead of all the extra external. There's so many worldly things that are just going on right now that are huge and chaotic, and they're going to affect our children in such negative ways. But I'm not trying to go down that path, but that was it. That's all I wanted to talk about, the holiness of children and the divinity of them, and how we as parents, if we choose to see them that way, they will transform us, and they will give us the opportunity again and again to understand unconditional love, and allow our children to break our hearts deeply, so we can heal and get all of the festering trauma that's within, that was done to us, out. Because no matter what we go through, no matter how much we fall apart, our children will love us, and that we can love our children back in that, and stay rooted in that love. But that was it. I'm Ainsley from A Mama with Trauma, and thank you for stopping by today.